Jay Wolder joins us right now, the Virgin Hyperloop CEO. Jay, very good to have you, and congratulations on this. Could you explain
Thank you.
a little bit about how this whole Hyperloop phenomenon works?
Sure. So thank you for having me. Look, this is a really, really exciting time for us. You know, after having really years of developing the Hyperloop technology, we now announced the Hyperloop Certification Center will be in the state of West Virginia. And this really gives us the opportunity now to move forward on the commercialization and the deployment of Hyperloop for the United States and beyond. So what are we really looking at here? We're really looking at the first new form of mass transportation that we've had in over 100 years. We're looking at transportation that will be incredibly fast, up to 670 miles per hour. We're looking at transportation that will be high capacity, that will carry people and cargo simultaneously, so it meets our needs in both of those areas. And it will have a lot more to do with ride-hailing than it does with train schedules. It'll be flexible, it'll be on demand. And the last part of it that I really love is that it will accomplish all of that without polluting the air that we breathe. And so we're really put together a package of how to be able to do this that gives us what we want, that will be able to connect places in ways that perhaps we've never imagined before. And I think that will open up incredible opportunities for us.
It's obviously a huge infrastructure undertaking, and to take advantage of those speeds at 600 more miles an hour, it would be ideal to hook up cities. I mean, I also wonder when I hear about this, what would it do to the airline industry?
Well, I think it really works best for routes that are what the airlines refer to as short haul. So it's not changing New York to Los Angeles, for example, but I do think it offers a much more convenient way of connecting cities across the country. I think the way to think about this is really to think about what we did in creating the interstate highway system. We created that system in 1956. Dwight D. Eisenhower was still president at that time. And the connectivity that came from that allowed us to really reimagine how we connected places within our country. But we now have in our mind that the time it takes to get between places is defined by the highway system. We can change that. Today, if you want to go from Columbus to Pittsburgh, that's a 3-hour trip. With Hyperloop, it's 25 minutes. That's the type of thinking that we're bringing into this right now.
Jay, there are a lot of very rich guys who are looking at the whole Hyperloop phenomenon. I know Elon Musk of Tesla fame and SpaceX, obviously Richard Branson, a host of others. Are they all on the same standard here? In other words, this isn't like the electric battery thing where there are different standards for different cars, different makers. How are they coordinating, or are they?
Well, here's a place where I really have to give credit to the U.S. government, because the Secretary of Transportation came out very recently and said that they're going to take a leadership position in defining the regulations for Hyperloop. And she put the responsibility with that for the Federal Railway Administration. She's very clear about the fact that this is the opportunity for the U.S. to take a leadership position in being able to do it. Ultimately, there will be standards that come from this. Certainly, we want to make sure that they're the standards that achieve the best outcomes for everybody. And I think we'll get there. I don't think that's the most difficult challenge for us to be able to meet.
All right, looks very cool. Looks very cool. We'll see how it goes, but it could be a whole new initiative here. Thank you very much, Jay Wolder, the Virgin Hyperloop CEO.